Look at the new features of Genius Scheduler, and we might even look a little at Posting AI, as we've got a special running for both of them. I'll cover all the features, or at least a highlight of the features of Genius Scheduler, but primarily I want to focus on some of the new ones. So if you've used this extension before, one of the first things that you're going to notice when you open it is it doesn't open a pop-up. It goes to this beautiful portal here. All right, and you can look at a weekly view, a daily view, a monthly view, or you can go if there are events and you can see what's been scheduled out that way by an events listing. We have a page for post types, and you can see I've got several different categories in here, and you can color code them. You can choose your own colors. You can edit them. You can move them around. You can put them in different orders. And that's the different categories of posts. And the nice thing about color coding them is when you come back to the calendar, you can and you can see I just started with this new account for this new test on the updated things. I haven't really done much with it, but once I start in here, what will happen is when I get all these done, you'll have all these different colors on here, and at a quick glance, you could say, "Oh my goodness, I have too many offers I'm making and not enough value posts," or "I have too much personal life and not enough lead generation." You can see if you're getting a good mix of posts just by looking at the calendar and seeing what you have in there. You can create tags. Right now for this new account, I've only added 3 so far: SaaS reselling, gathering interest, and a SaaS product. I will have many more tags. When I had these before we redid the new system, I had probably 30 of them in here for different. I look at these as kind of subcategories of these. It might be an engagement post to gather interest. It might be a value post about a SaaS product, for just as an example. And that's how you would use those. You have a content library where you can add different types of posts in here. Now, there's a way you can go out to Facebook and add posts, but we've got that deprecated right now while we're working on it. But you can create them as you schedule them, and you can fill up your content library in each category. You'll see what I mean by that when we go to do a post. Let's look at the settings real quick. You can turn on engagement settings where you can scan. You can go scan the engagement on your post, so you can come back and look and see which posts did really well. I'm not going to cover that in this video. You have your Facebook link settings. So like right now for this account so far, I've just set up my personal account, my Genius Messenger users group, Genius Messenger partners group, my 90 Days to SaaS Success group, my paid coaching and mastermind group, and I have a free SaaS mastermind. I don't really do anything with that, but I'm posting to it for now. And then you have ChatGPT settings, which if you go there, you've got your ChatGPT code. You can select which model you want to use, and then you give it a system prompt. And the system prompt you want in your settings is kind of, who are you? What tone are you coming from? What perspective is this coming from? And this can be you for real, or it can be made up, whatever attitude kind of you want to have on your posts. You can change your password. You can turn the extension on and off. So now we'll look at the actual scheduler itself. These are scheduled posts that I had out there. And, excuse me, let me get a sip of water here. These are just since I've been playing around with the new version and testing different ones. And then I keep deleting them and adding new versions. And we finally now have our great version out. So here's how you schedule a post. You come in here. My goodness. Sorry, my throat's a little off today. You select a content library if you want to pick something from there. That's, as I said, we're not functioning with that right now. So select your post type. Let's do, I don't know, we'll call it, I'll just pick something. It doesn't really matter for this. Let's do an ask post. You need to pick a day and time. I will set this initial one to run right now, and we can go look at it. I'll set this. Today's the 10th of July, and it is 2:44 p.m. This is in local time. If you've used our extension before, this always used to be UTC. It's now local. So I'll do 2:40. We're going to chat for a while, so I'll do 2:44. Let's do 2:48, just so I have plenty of time to go through what I need to do, and PM, and then just click out of it, and it should be there. I'm not going to give this a tag. I'm going to leave that tagless, okay, and that's fine too. Click the up arrow. Where do I want to post this? Let's just post it to my personal page for now, but I could select it everywhere I've got, or I can select a few different places, and if I have a long list, I can search to find them easily. Click the up arrow. I'll do a repeated post shortly, but you can do repeated post. Like you could turn that on and say, I want this post to repeat once every 3 days, and it'll always do the same time. So you can say, no, we just want that within an hour of this time, within 60 minutes. And we're going to do this post, and let's do 5 other posts. So that'd be a total of 6. And then you can also do auto first comment now, right? So your first comment could be, like sometimes I'll do something, I'll see the link for a training video. I might say, hey, you need to auto update Chrome, see the first link for how to do that, and I go put a link to my video here. But you may have other information you want as the first comment under the post. And if that's the case, just type your comment there and turn that on, or otherwise you can just turn that off. We're not going to do this as a repeated post. Actually, no, let's leave that off for repeated post at the moment. Okay, then we'll hit next, and that goes to the post content tab. You can do AI generated content or user generated. For this example, we'll do user generated. All right, and we're going to ask a question. Let's put something like, what business related books have you recently read that made a huge impact on you? Let's just do that, okay? We can pick a background. Let's take a look at the background. We get to see all the different backgrounds that are currently available in Facebook. And let's do a plainer background. Is there like a green? Let's do that. You can also upload an image, only ping in JPEG. And I think they have to be under 25 megabytes, I think, which is kind of huge. And note it'll be posted within 5 minutes of scheduled time. It doesn't happen right away. Okay, and it doesn't do pages. You can only do the groups or your personal profile. And you can do spin text. The spin text is really good if you're doing posts to multiple places. Let's say I'm sending it out to 20 groups plus my personal profile. I can use some of this. Oops, there's a word misspelled. I can use spin text formula in this format so that it'll be a little bit different each place that it posts. But let's go ahead and hit add, and it says success. 2:47, so it should go out in the next minute, but it can take up to 5 minutes beyond that. Now we're going to see that here, okay? It's not showing an image because it only shows an image here if you upload it. It doesn't show the background. So NA means either it was plain text or it was a Facebook background, okay? And I use a lot of the plain backgrounds. I don't usually fancy them up. And you can come in and check a few things. You can edit it up until the time that it goes. You can see it's not gone yet because it's successfully scheduled, whereas these were successfully posted. Okay, so let's look at a couple of other things now. Let's go look at ChatGPT and let's look at repeated posts. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll just pick a category. I'm not going to actually post these, and I'll pick a tag, and let's do these. I want to be able to delete these. We'll do these tomorrow. Starting at 3:50 p.m. And let's post this in, or just put personal, but you can do as many as you want. This we will do as a repeated post. Let's do once a day. We'll randomize it by 15 minutes, and I just want to show a couple of them, so I'll do 3. All right. We'll leave auto post off. I think I explained that already, and we'll go hit next. Okay. So now we're going to click AI generated content. All right. And you have to have your AI, your ChatGPT, your OpenAI, key already added in the settings that I showed earlier. Your system prompt that you have in there is right here, okay, and it'll always default to that. But if you want to change that up for a particular post, you can edit it here or rewrite it, and in that case, it'll only apply to this post. There are some advanced settings that I'm not going to get into here right now. They're standard formats from OpenAI. If you're an expert at that, you can change this a little bit. And let's add a prompt. All right, I want to do something very simple and silly for this, but you can make these prompts as detailed as you want. But I'm going to tell it to tell a joke about entrepreneurs and add at least one emoji. How's that? Okay, you can make these really in depth. You can, give me 10. Actually, let's do that. We're on here. Why not? Let's do one. Why don't you let's see. let's say you're a realtor, all right? Give me three, three things real estate agents should do when holding an open house, and explain why they are beneficial. Let's try something like that. And we'll hit generate content. It'll take a second. If you ever get an error here, go back to your settings and change your ChatGPT style. All right. This just gives three. So give me three things real estate agents should do when holding an open house, and explain why they are beneficial. Add an opening paragraph introducing these three items and what they are for. Regenerate content. See how we're changing it? It's going to come up with something different. And you want to just play around with this until you have something that you like. All right? There we go. When it comes to selling a property, open houses are a vital part of the process. All right? That's fantastic. Okay? And you may want to go in and reword this, right? You can make this a little bigger if you need to. You might want to go in and make it more you. Or you can go back and tell it to do other different things. Just play around with it until it's good. Okay? And I'm just going to use this as an example. And then you'll hit add. And so that was the original one that goes out on the date you scheduled. Now we have four. Or actually, this is the first one. You wanted to add it, so this is the one that you originally scheduled, and you'll have three other ones because I said three. So we can either schedule this, we can regenerate it completely, or we could say fix content. We could say something when you go to fix it. You can write your instructions down here and have it change something. You could say write it in a more humorous style or something like that. We're not going to do that here. We're going to go ahead and hit yes schedule, and you'll see now it's 2 out of 4. So here's the second one, okay? And it's changed these, okay? These are different. This is different than the first one. It's not much. This has a shorter intro paragraph. It might have the same 3 things. I should have paid attention. Welcome atmosphere, detailed info, utilize technology. Let's schedule that one. Okay, yeah, see, these are different. Prepare the property, promote the event, and you just go through there. Yes, schedule that one. And I'm not going to look at that. This is just an example. And you can decline. You can say, no, I don't want that at all, and take it back out of there. And all posts have been scheduled. So now they're up here. Okay, you can see this one has been posted, so we're going to go look at my profile in a minute and take a look at that. All right. And these 4 are scheduled. And now if we go out to the calendar, you can see this one's done. Okay, when it says saved, it's already done, and it's been saved in Ask Posts. And then we have engagement posts, engagement posts, engagement posts, engagement posts. These are scheduled out. We just did those using the AI. All right, and I will absolutely forget that. So that's how you delete them. You can always go right in there and just delete these very simply. And I do not want them on my wall, so I'm going to do that so I don't forget. All right, but that's posting AI. Okay, I mean posting AI. I'm getting ready to talk about posting AI, so that's why I said that. That's Genius Scheduler. And let's go to Facebook. Here's my wall. Okay, let's refresh this page. And there it is. What business-related books have you recently read that made a huge impact on you? So that's the one that we scheduled. It went out 5 minutes ago. Okay, and there we go. That is the scheduler, and it works on your personal profile, and it works in groups. And it's a fantastic tool, and you can do things manually, or you can use ChatGPT to write everything for you, or you can use ChatGPT to give you some inspiration, which is actually the in my opinion, the recommended method of that. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm not going to show this in depth, but I'm bundling this right now with a software called Posting AI that is just AI. And there are 2 ways it runs. You can create example posts, which we call a trainer, and it will emulate these. Or you can write prompts. All right, different prompts. You can only have one of these active at a time, but you can have as many of them in here ready to go as you want. And what it'll do when you enable it is it'll create these posts, and you can either tell it to auto post it on your wall, and you can do it as quick as 1 minute apart or as long as many, many hours apart. Now, obviously, Genius Scheduler can do by day. It can do, this day, this day, this day, this day. So this is great for planning out your big content. But if you just want something engaging frequently, every 4 hours, every 8 hours, something like that, Post and AI will fill in those gaps. You could do quotes, you could do jokes, you could do little motivational sayings. That's what I do. Here's mine, right? Write a short Facebook post for online entrepreneurs who work from home. The post should be only 1 or 2 short sentences, should be either about having a positive mindset or encourage them to overcome fears and take action now. And then I listed a couple examples. And sometimes it would say, here's your post. So I put at the end, just give the post, no commentary, no reply to me, no beginning with post or answer, or any non-relevant introduction. And it works great like this. And you can choose backgrounds when you do this. I'm not going to go through this whole one. You can set backgrounds and things like that. No images yet, eventually, but right now you can do Facebook backgrounds. I've actually found these are better if they're really short and they're in the big text. If you do no background, because everybody has a color background, so when something comes up plain white and black, it actually catches the eye. It actually stops them from scrolling. I actually get better engagement sometimes, and I probably should have done that with this one that we scheduled. I probably should not have put a background on it, but that's okay. So right now we're bundling these two together. If you get Genius Scheduler in the month of July 2023, you'll get not only our discount, we've taken it back to launch pricing, you'll also get Posting AI with that. And again, one is for your big plan, your long-term plans, and this one here is just for creating great little posts to fill it in and keep your social media active, whether you're there or not. So that's it. I'm not going to get into any details on our specials now. If you're watching this video after our special, it's still going to be quite a good value, and you'll still be able to get a Scheduler Posting AI bundle. I have reseller programs available if you'd like to sell this and keep 100% of the money. And we have 2 different types of affiliate programs available. One where you can earn a straight commission, and one where you can join and get paid overrides, kind of like a multi-level situation. So we have 3 options if you want to help promote it. And otherwise, you're welcome to get the software. So let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully you can get out there and start planning out all your social media content. Take care. Thanks.